Life happens. It unfolds often exactly when we had planned something completely different. Between our schedules, our expectations, and everything we try to control, life gently reminds us to be present. Sometimes it's chaotic, sometimes profoundly beautiful, and sometimes it is both at the very same time. Every event, every unexpected encounter, every detour shapes us in ways we cannot always foresee. So take a deep breath. Let go of what you cannot change, what lies beyond your grasp. Trust that life is happening right now, in this very moment, exactly as it needs to be. The more we trust ourselves, the more we allow positive things to unfold in our lives. Self-trust doesn't demand that we are strong all the time, or that we never experience doubt. It means knowing deep inside, with quiet certainty, that you will find your way. When we truly trust ourselves, doors appear that were once invisible to us. We begin to take steps we once feared to take. We learn to say yes to opportunities that resonate with our spirit. We also learn to say no to what no longer serves our highest good. This profound trust sends a clear message to life: I am ready. And then, something shifts. Situations align with greater ease, new people enter our lives, and decisions become clearer. This happens not because everything suddenly becomes perfect. It happens because we stand firmer within ourselves, rooted in our own truth. The more we trust ourselves, the more room we create for the positive to enter. We stop standing in our own way. We begin to truly participate in the grand dance of life. Life happens, and with this inner trust, we grow with it, becoming more resilient and more ourselves. We are often influenced by the energy of others, and not always in a positive way. People carry their moods, their worries, and their expectations with them. Sometimes, their energy mixes with ours without us even noticing. A single comment, a fleeting look, or a prevailing atmosphere can subtly throw us off balance. But this is precisely where our responsibility begins. It is our task to recognize what truly belongs to us, and what does not. We can learn to set boundaries, both internally within our thoughts and externally in our interactions. We can consciously step back from what drains our spirit. We can deliberately move toward what helps us grow and flourish. The clearer we stand within ourselves, the less we are shaken by external energies. We gain the power to decide which impulses we accept and which we choose to release. Every time we protect our sacred inner space, we strengthen our inner light. Because in the end, it is not about what energy comes toward us from the outside. It is about which energy we choose to carry within ourselves, nurturing it with intention and care. The world often seems to have slipped out of balance. At times, it feels as though we are being overwhelmed by negative energy from every direction. News, conflicts, and daily stresses hit us all at once. They weigh heavily on our inner world, threatening to pull us down. Sometimes it feels as though the world has lost its calm, and we are simply trying not to sink into the chaos. But in times like these, something profoundly important becomes clear. It is our inherent ability to choose what we focus on, where we direct our precious attention. We cannot control what happens around us. However, we can absolutely decide what we allow into our hearts and minds. Negative energy may be loud, demanding our attention with its clamor. Yet, our inner voice can be stronger, if only we give it the space to speak. With each moment of mindfulness, with each boundary we set, we reclaim a precious piece of our peace. We are not powerless in the face of external turmoil. We can realign ourselves. We can strengthen our resolve, cleanse our spirit, and reconnect with the good that still exists. Even if the world wavers around us, we can learn to stand steady, anchored in our own calm. Persevering and moving forward, this is the true path to your goals. We often wish for quick results, for clear answers, and for instant change. But life rarely works that way. True growth happens in those quiet, persistent moments when we keep going, even when it feels incredibly difficult. Perseverance doesn't mean stubbornness or a refusal to adapt. It means staying true to yourself, even when the road ahead gets rough and uncertain. It means bearing the doubts, enduring the setbacks, and navigating the pauses where nothing seems to move forward. But it is exactly in those quiet, challenging moments that true strength is built. Every step taken despite fear, despite fatigue, or despite uncertainty brings us closer to our destination. Moving forward means choosing not to stand still. It means trusting your heart, one step at a time, even when the path is unclear. It is this quiet, unwavering courage that carries us. The path may be long, winding, and arduous, but those who continue walking will ultimately arrive. Persevere and keep going. That is how dreams, even the most distant ones, become reality. Don't give up. Even when you feel your strength fading, it is often that very weakness that leads you to discover new, untapped reserves of power. Everyone has moments of struggle, of falling, of profound doubt. These moments are not failures, they are precisely where growth begins. Strength doesn't mean being unbreakable, impervious to pain or challenge. Strength means moving forward even when you are shaking. If you see yourself in these words, if you feel there is more inside you than you sometimes believe, then stay with us. Join us. Become part of a community that stands for courage, for authenticity, and for people who refuse to be defeated. Because we all need reminders. We all need sparks of inspiration. We all need voices that tell us, with unwavering conviction, you can do this. Don't give up. Your strength begins right here, right now.